So just deep breath, sweetheart, and we begin. I love that you're sitting here. It must be time.
Yeah. This is kind of complicated.
We don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm mad at my husband, Matt, because the year before he died, he got involved with a lady at his work, and he told me a lie. He told me that he hadn't committed adultery, and he did, and I didn't find that out until 6 months after he died.
Yes.
And I'm mad at Matt because he died. And when I went to pay for his funeral, I found out that I couldn't.
Yes.
Because I wasn't his beneficiary of his life insurance policy. His ex-wife was on the policy.
Yes. Yes. Honey, you are doing so good. And honey, just let it out. Just do it.
And it took me 8 months to settle a lawsuit with his ex-wife because she wanted all the money.
Yes.
And she knew I was losing everything I owned, everything I loved was gone.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And Matt and I wanted children so much. And we had finally found an adoption agency, and we're accepted. And I had the whole nursery in my home. The baby was born the week after he died, and the mother chose not to give it to me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'm so angry. I want to forgive Phyllis. I want to forgive Matt. I want to forgive myself, and I'm just so confused because I'm in so much pain.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Angel. So let's just move into number 2. Just read it word for word the way you wrote it.
I would change Matt. I would ask him to be better prepared.
Yes.
And to love me unconditionally, because he told me that he did this because I was ugly and fat.
Yes. Yes.
I would want him to accept me for me.
Yes.
And I want him to come back so we can heal this relationship. It's so hard to tell him.
Yes.
And feel whole because he's gone.
Okay, sweetheart.
I feel alone.
Yes. So let's look at the next one.
And I didn't put anything because I am so confused that I don't know what should or shouldn't.
Yes, so let's look at the next one.
I guess, again, what would make me happy is unconditional love and sex again, and
Yes.
happiness.
Yes. Yes. I so appreciate your honesty. And the next one.
And What do you think of him? I love him. I love him.
Yes.
And I'm trying to forgive him.
Yes, honey, of course. You know, we all would if we could. There's no doubt about your intentions or your heart or what you want. We just haven't known how.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at the next one.
If I could experience Matthew again, if he could experience me again, if I just even had one moment in the flesh to tell him, I would just tell him I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I love him. And I accept him.
Yes. Okay, sweetheart. So let's start at the top, sentence by sentence. I just don't see anything here that we can't walk through together.
Okay.
Not one thing. So
You don't think I'm too screwed up?
No. What you have experienced, how long ago?
18 months.
What you have experienced the last 18 months, you know, a lot of people are not doing as well as you're doing. You're doing wonderfully. So let's begin at the top and see if we can just keep moving through.
I'm mad at him for committing adultery and lying about it and taking it to his grave.
Yes. So husbands are not supposed to lie, is it true?
Right.
It's an old part of our religion. Husbands should not lie. So I want you to go inside of you. Husbands are not supposed to lie. What's the reality of it? Do they?
Oh, yes. They do.
So it's a lie that husbands are not supposed to lie.
Right.
The truth is, they're always supposed to lie. I mean, for all of these centuries, they've lied. And so have wives. And all of these centuries, we keep saying, husbands are not supposed to lie. Duh. Yes, they are. It's a myth. Is there anyone in this room who has never told a lie? There's your proof. Okay, so I'll ask it again and you look around the room. Is there anyone in this room who has never told a lie? So it's a lie. Husbands shouldn't lie. It's what we do. It's our job. We lie. We're doing our job. We don't want to, but somebody's got to do it. That's the reality of it. So how does it feel when you attach to this lie? Matt should not have lied. How does it feel when you attach to that story?
I feel worthless.
And then how do you live when you feel worthless?
I don't live.
Yeah.
I want to die.
Yes. So depression and suicidal.
Right.
So is that a reason to drop the story? Matt should tell the truth. Matt should not have lied.
Yeah. If it could change.
No, let's stay with investigation.
If it could change my thought about wanting to be here, yeah.
Well, depression, when you attach to the thought, you experience depression and suicide. Suicidal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
There are two reasons not to have the story. There are two. And how do you live when you're suicidal? How do you live when you're depressed?
I don't go out of the house. I avoid everyone. I go to the mailbox late at night so no one sees me.
Oh, honey.
I don't go to the grocery store. I don't go out of my house.
Can you see a reason to drop the story? Can you see one reason that is not depressing to keep the story? Matt should not lie. Can you see one reason that is not stressful to keep the story?
It's very stressful.
Who would you be in your life without the story?
What I always wanted to be, a wife and a mom.
So Matt should not lie, turn it around.
Karen should not lie.
Yes. You should not lie that he's not supposed to lie. Quit lying about that. You wanted him to stop lying? You begin to live it. It's a lie he's not supposed to lie. Did he lie? Yes. That's it. Can't argue with it. That's it. Next time you experience he shouldn't lie, you may laugh.
I'm laughing now.
Yeah. There's a 180-degree turnaround on that. Matt should not lie. Turned around, Matt should. Matt should not lie. Turned around.
Matt should lie.
Yep, that's it. Welcome to reality. That's it. Yeah, through all of that haze, the dawn begins to show. Okay, sweetheart. And the rest of that?
He should have not left me.
Is that true?
No, but
No, but. He should not have left you. Is it true? Did he leave? He should not have left you. Who are you, God? You know more than God? Well, it's hard to run a whole universe. No wonder you're depressed. This one should die, this one should live. This one should die. Well, we'll keep this one for later. Let's keep this one till he changes the policy. Yeah, we just don't call the shots on it. How does it feel when you attach to the story he shouldn't leave you and he's gone?
desperate.
Can you see a reason to drop the story? He should not leave me. Can you see one reason to entertain this lie that is not stressful? One reason that's beneficial without stress? Who would you be without this story?
A wife and a mom.
He should not leave me, turn around.
He should leave me.
Yeah, welcome to reality again. You have been spared. In my life, this is the way it is. Every time I lose something, I have been spared. Either that or God is a masochist. So,
But how do you find the pieces to put you back together?
sweetheart, without our story, we are together. Who would you be without this story? So there's another turnaround. Matt should not leave me. I
should not leave me.
Yes. Matt leaves you. You mentally go into the story of Matt and you leave you. He's in the grave, you're in the grave, there's no one hanging out in your body.
Yeah.
No wonder it's dying. Alone. Let's look at the next one.
Phyllis wanted all that money.
Turned around?
Karen wanted all the money.
Yep. You're just like Phyllis.
Yeah, that's what she said.
She was right. You've been spared.
Losing the child.
Losing the child that you never had? How can you lose what you never had? You lost the child, is it true? If Matt were here, can you know she would have said yes? Can you really know that that's true? What do you get for holding the belief if he were here, she would say yes?
Can I get that? Oh, yeah.
Who would you be without that one? Without that terrifying little poisonous myth?
I would be so much freer.
Yeah, I would go with that. Yeah. This is how you dig yourself out of the grave, honey, and you're deep in it. You're deep into mythology. And you are just, it is so fine just to watch you just digging your way out. Just, that's how the light gets in. This is the light to examine, to investigate this mythology. Reality is always kinder than the story at its best. Reality was never this cruel.
Oh, no.
No. So, honey, let's hear the next one. Let's hear the one about she and the money. Read that one.
I'm mad at Matt for not having me the beneficiary and Phyllis wanting the money.
Turn it around. I'm mad at me.
I'm mad at me
for not having me.
for not having me as the beneficiary and
leaving her the money.
leaving her the money.
Yeah. Did you get the policy? Did you ask him? Yeah. You know, it's your job.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's why I feel so bad, because if I'd been a better wife and not been so stupid, I would have seen that I would have been better prepared myself, and I would have made
Honey,
sure.
this is for up the line. This is not for then. What is. It prepares you for the next. You know?
Well, I'd never be that dumb again.
Did it come to you to ask him if you were beneficiary?
Well, the weird thing about this whole thing is, because we were adopting, he, you know, part of the homesteading and everything is to make sure that all your I's are dotted and all your T's are crossed and all your benefits are correct. And he went to Human Resources 3 days before he died. He was in the middle of a heart cath, and he turned to his, someone, you know.
Okay, sweetheart, let's go back to investigation. Okay, so he should put your name on as beneficiary, turn it around.
I should put my name on
Yeah,
it.
if you want the money, that's what you do. But only if you want the money. Okay, so now you know how to live.
Yeah.
I work with people who have signed prenuptials. And every time I work with them, I ask them, did you think he would change his mind after you were married? Yes. Yeah, well, you know, and they've really got some hate relationships going on that one. Yeah, I'll marry him and manipulate him or her. Okay, sweetheart, so this is teaching you how to live. That's what life is about. Life, let's have a happy dream. Okay, so let's look at the next one.
And I want out of this pain.
Okay, is that true?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's look at the next one.
And that was it.
Okay, you know what you have for breakfast every morning? This work. If you want out of the pain, I hear you want out of the pain. This is breakfast, this is lunch, this is dinner. You do it.
Start living.
Yeah. What's the worst that could happen if you go to the mailbox during the day? What will the neighbors say? What will they think? What's the worst that they could think? The worst thing.
Oh, poor Karen.
Okay. And what do you think? Turn it around.
Oh, poor me.
Yeah. So you're just like your neighbors. The worst thing they're going to think is what you think all day long. So you know how to do that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
What else could they think? What could they say to you? The cruelest thing they could say. The most unkind thing they could say about you.
She's fat and ugly.
Okay. Have you ever had that thought?
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay. So they're just thinking what you're thinking.
Right.
The worst that can happen, you know how to do that all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, sweetheart, you're too fat. Can you really know that that's true?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So God really is inept. God makes big mistakes. You are God's mistake. Can you really know that that's true?
No.
I appear as this now, the perfect weight, the perfect height, the perfect age, and the world would tell me different. They would say I'm too fat, I'm too old, I'm... A producer, they wanted to do like this Byron Katie show for television. And he saw the video, and he said, she's too old and too fat. And I go, I can go there. But I just was delighted. You know, he could be right. This is one of the biggest producers in the business, or if not the biggest. And I go, God, you know, I trust him. The man's a pro. Saved me a lot of time. What a friend.
Yeah, what a friend.
But, you know, I appear as this now. And the world would call me this, this, and this, and I'm sure they could be right. But I know I'm not a mistake. I mean, obviously, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I appear as this now. Somebody's got to do it. This is my job. I'll be this age. You know, I mean, as well I am. You know, I'll be this weight. Oh, you know, like I have a choice. You know, I love the story of I'll lose weight, I'll gain weight. You know, who would I be without my story? Just sitting here with you, the perfect weight, the perfect age. This is happiness.
Mm-hmm.
You're too fat.
Because you give me unconditional love and I feel it.
Yeah, honey, I'm you. I'm who you are when you're clear. No mistake. No mistake. People used to come, they used to call and they'd say, you know, can I come see you? I'd say, yeah. You know, and they'd say, what is it? I don't know. Just come live with me. Forget to tell my husband sometimes, but people would show up. And they kept doing this namaste thing. And I thought they were saying, no mistake. And I thought everyone that came to my door was so wise. I thought, no mistake, no mistake. So I see people, they go like this, and I go like this, and say, what are you doing? You're not from India. No mistake. But it's because it's true. You're too fat. Can you really know that that's true? And I'm not saying you're not. I don't want to take your hell from you.
But this is what I hear all the time. If you would just lose weight, you could get another husband.
And then you'd be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
No guy's gonna want you the way you are.
Oh, okay. No guy's going to want you the way you are? Turn it around.
No guy's gonna want me the way I am.
I don't want me?
I don't want me. Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, so you're telling you're saying we tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one saying you don't want you the way you are.
Right.
How does it feel when you attach to this story, I'm too fat?
Then I don't want to be around anyone.
How does that feel?
Lonely.
So can you see a reason to drop the story, I'm too fat, and I'm not asking you to drop your story. I don't mess with people's religion.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see one reason that is not stressful to keep the story, I'm too fat, I'm too thin?
Oh, yeah.
Who would you be without the story?
Me.
So I say, skip the diet and be happy. You know, I'll be happy after I lose the weight. Well, welcome to the grave. You know? I say, you know, why wait? Who would you be without the story? I'm too fat, turned around.
I'm not too fat.
Yep. If you're too fat, then, you know, we are messing with one weird God. We are some kind of sick experiment, and that's not my experience. It means God hates everyone and gives us the old age curse. You get cancer, you get AIDS, you get old, you get fat, you get a divorce, you get your children hating you, you know, and he's just laughing up there. That's a masochist. It's not my experience. No mistake, no mistake, no mistake. I appear as this now. Silly me. I'm loving it. I tell the story about this. Start losing touch with reality. If it took a doing to be happy, the world would be in trouble. That's why we have disease and old age. It's what is. We're afflicted with our concepts that have not been met with understanding. That's all. So, if I go to my mailbox and someone says you're too fat, I go, well, yeah, you noticed. You know? I understand how you could see that. You know, it's not my experience, and I appreciate your feedback. I used to think so for years. I'm sure you're right. What do you suggest? Yeah. Yeah. No mistake, honey. You want to be her. What do you get for holding the belief?
Confusion.
Hopeless?
Yeah.
You're supposed to have a body like her. Is it true? What's the reality of it? Do you? How do you live when you attach to the story you're supposed to have a body like her?
I don't live. I don't exist.
And then when a man says you're wonderful, what does your mind do with that?
I don't believe him.
Yeah. You're standing in the face of a liar.
Right.
Because he's not matching your myth.
Right. I look at him and I can't believe that.
Yeah, the man's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
He's not matching your system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If someone tells me I'm beautiful, I understand. If someone tells me I'm ugly, I understand. You know, it's just which one are you choosing? It's their story. What do I have to do with it? So, sweetheart, let's look at the next one. You hang tight with the family. This is a big myth. Let's look at the next one. The next written piece.
I guess I just think I don't deserve love.
You don't deserve love. Can you really know that that's true?
Well, my experience was that because I was overweight, Matt chose to find someone that was thin, and so...
Husbands are, okay, let's look at this one. If you had the perfect body, he would not sleep with another woman. Can you really know that that's true?
No, I can't. No, I can't.
So how does it feel when you attach to that story?
Oh, so
His adultery is your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, that's major.
Yeah, because he told me that it was my fault.
Oh, that's a good one. And that could be his reality. But in my experience, that's not possible.
Yeah, because I wasn't there and I wasn't saying do it, you know.
That's right. So if you had the perfect body, he would not have committed adultery. Can you really know that that's true?
I used to think that way, but I can see the logic in this now.
Yeah. What if it's not logic? What if you're just finally asking you for a little wisdom? What if you're just finally going in to play with a full deck? Yeah. Instead of using the world's opinion of how it runs. There's no one here that knows how it runs.
Yeah.
Can you see a reason to drop the story? If I had the perfect body, he would have been faithful.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see a reason that is not stressful to keep this?
Oh, no.
Who would you be without the story? His adultery is my fault. If I were thin...
I would be in a relationship right now.
Yep.
I would.
Yeah. With yourself first.
Yeah, with
rather than a
myself.
relationship of self-hatred.
Right.
Self-love. And then when a person says, I love you, you can hear it.
I couldn't believe it.
Yep. Okay, sweetie, let's look at the next one. You know, you have a major capacity for truth.
I do?
Well, what do you think? There hasn't been one of these that you haven't been able to go in and find. You need a man, honey. You need good sex. Can you
I
really?
do. I deserve it, and I want it so bad. I'm just like sexually deprived or something. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
So, sweetheart, you need sex. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. I do. Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
Oh, my parents, where are they? They're probably a corner. Okay, yeah, I do. I know that's what I want. Yeah.
Okay. Do you really want to know the truth?
Yeah.
Okay. You need sex. Can you really know that that's true?
Yeah. Okay. No, but I'd like to think that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, I can't. No. No. No.
That's the reality of it for 18 months?
Yeah.
Okay. Reality. How do you know you don't need sex in 18 months? You haven't had any.
Right.
Okay. So how does it feel when you attach to the thought, I need sex, and there's no man there to give it to you? Or I need sex from a man?
Well, I just feel like, all the time.
And how do you live when you feel, How do you live your life?
Hyper. Like I'm hyper, and you know, and my employees all suffer for it. I mean, they do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So can you see a reason to drop this story? I need sex?
Oh, yeah.
Can you see a reason to keep the story that is not stressful? And I'm not asking you to drop your story. You know, we think if we investigate that we would lose our story. But, you know, can you really know that that's true? We're just looking at investigation, like we don't attach to things. We're not supposed to detach from food, detach from this and that. We investigate our thinking, and it begins to let go of us. You can't let go of a thought. You didn't attach to it in the first place. And when you investigate it, you don't let go of it. It lets go of us. Letting go is a concept that's outdated. It never worked. You investigate your thinking and it lets go of you, and then the physical manifestation changes. Body follows mind. So you investigate and your whole physical everything changes. Your whole life apparently changes, and you don't even care because you're already got everything you need. Just, there's nothing to do, sweetheart, but work with your mind. You know, to meet it with some understanding. That's what we're doing here with 4 questions and a turnaround. So, I need sex, turn it around.
I don't need sex.
Welcome to reality. Yeah. This is terrorism.
It's felt like that.
Okay, let's look at some more of your writing.
Well, I'm not a big writer.
You're done fine, honey. Just beautifully.
I guess the last thing I wrote is, aren't I enough?
Are you enough? Go inside.
Yeah.
Boy, we don't always like the truth. Could cost you your whole life.
I didn't realize how much I had stepped out of me.
Totally out of your integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And this is pure innocence. You know, we would all be honest if we knew how.
Right.
Yeah. We're children. We're just learning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how are you doing with the lawsuit to get the money back?
I settled with her, and I'm in my second one now.
Okay.
With his employer.
Okay. So you settled with her.
Mm-hmm. I gave her a lot of money, tax-free money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gave her?
She gave me.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's the way it is. It was her money.
Yeah.
He left it to her. But
Well,
only in
it was an
reality.
oversight, but and that I get.
Good.
That I get, because he did.
He died before he changed it.
And he came to me 6 months after he died, and he told me that he had lied about the adultery. He told me that he was sorry.
Turn it around. I came to me 6 months after he died.
I came to me 6 months after he died.
And I told me.
And I told me that he had lied. And I told me that I was sorry.
And I told me that he was sorry.
And I told me that he was sorry.
Yeah. And I'm not saying he didn't come. I'm just saying turn it around. But if he comes with that news, he could come with other news. You know, it's really nice that you take responsibility here.
Yeah.
You know, where did it begin and where did it end? Inside of you.
Yeah.
I love this thing. As long as there are angels flocking around, there could be something else. You know, it's really nice, and everything comes to an end. We can't have anything but the pure thing because we are the pure thing. And we have a lot of assistance, and ultimately you're the one. You're it. Okay, so you settled with her, she settled with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, anything else?
How can you be in a lawsuit and feel whole and not feel anger? How do you get
It's
let
simple.
go of it?
It's simple. If you feel that it's honest, you file the lawsuit, it's over.
Okay.
You just keep telling the truth,
Okay.
and the judge makes the decision. What do you have to do with it?
Okay.
He makes the decision.
Right.
You put it out there, and he'll make it according to your integrity. And what's sweet is whether you win or lose, you get what's rightfully yours one way or the other. If you lose, you win. If you win, you win. When you enter truth, it's win, win, win,
Got
win.
it. That's how I can let go.
Yep,
Right now.
yep.
That feels good.
Yes, honey. Yes. You don't have to do anything else. Your attorney will ask you questions. He'll write down your answers. You just show up. Take a nail file, kick back. Just show up. Yeah, it's not your job. Just leave that to the experts. Yours is to tell the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, and stay in reality.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get some feedback here. Yes, honey.
I've heard you say something on tapes, and you said it to Karen today, too. And Karen, I agree with what everyone has seen in you. But I'd like to understand, when you said to her, when you lose something, you have been spared. I am not understanding what you mean.
Well, either that or God is a punishing God. How do I know I don't need the money? It's gone. I mean, obviously I don't need it. It's gone. I've been spared. What I would have done with that money would be much more painful than losing it.
Oh, now I get it. Okay, thank you.
How do I know that if one of my children are ill, how do I know that this is the highest order? It's what is. If one of my children dies, I've been spared. There's something worse than that. I've been spared.
Oh.
It just is my experience with everything. I've lived a life of pain, but only for 43 years. And I came to see that through this work, through investigation, that everything I ever lost, I saw what I did with what I had, and I was unkind. I was power monger. I was right. Everything I ever lost just gave me that much less ammo. And I was always, looking back, I was spared, and so was my family. So today, when I lose something, I get really excited and grateful. I'll lose like the slightest thing, like a suitcase. I go, oh, thank you, God. I don't have to haul it. I just wear the same thing over and over. I just rinse it out at night. God, no lipstick. Oh, that's horrible. No, so fine. I get to test other people's soap. I can walk into a room barefoot. How do I know I'm supposed to be barefoot? I don't have any shoes. And be very comfortable. Am I doing the best I can? Yes. What do they think? Well, they probably think I don't have any shoes. Well, I think that too. And we have everything in common. Always spared.
What about the thoughts? Because I have thoughts that I'd prefer not to have.
Oh, well. That's what this work's about. The ones that you prefer not to have, write them down, investigate. When you can meet them with understanding, when they appear, you're meeting a friend.
Okay.
And again, until you meet them with understanding, even if you got them to disappear, we're going to say them. So you're not shutting them up, we're holding them for you.
Okay.
Until you meet them with understanding. And that's all this work does.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, and Karen, thank you so much. We were just here talking about how beautiful you are. That all three of us sitting here is just, and your courage is just phenomenal. So thank you.
Thank you.
You know, the whole world can say, you are too fat. What do you say? And you can say you're too fat if you want to. You can lie all you want. And you still appear as this now until you don't.
Right.
That's just the way it is.
Right.
And you can stop eating all you want, and guess what? Here it comes again.
Yeah.
You know, until you make friends with it.
Yeah.
In a thin body, if you think terrorism works, that it is the cruelty and masochism and terrorism, saying you're too fat, you're horrible, you're ugly, you're never going to have a relationship until you lose weight. This is terrorism.
Right.
So when you get thin, you have taught yourself that terrorism, that war is valid, and that's how to get something. And what I say about that is, as long as you believe it, you're teaching it, and your country says, let's all end war as long as I have the biggest bomb, as long as I am the ultimate terrorist, and that's what you teach. Mm-hmm. All war belongs on paper. That's where it belongs, because that's the only place it can be settled. And we have seen there are no new thoughts. So each time NATO sits down at the table, they are taking this into that room. There is no way that there is not confusion in that room. Because they have your thoughts. They have your thoughts. They have your thoughts. Mm-hmm. So you want to end it? There's only one hope. You end it inside of you. You want peace in the world? You're the world. End it inside of you. Or not. I like the part where we think it's their job. I like the part where we think they're wise. Well, guess what? They walk in with every concept you've heard here today. All war belongs on paper. And you're the one. Who has the mic? Yes, honey.
When it started, I have to say the first thought was, oh, Sally, Jesse, Raphael. You know, we've got lies and deception and adultery and money and sex and gee. And the big reward on that show is you can be the biggest victim, and everyone goes, oh, gee, what a great big victim. And then I thought, you know, the difference between a Sally, Jesse, Raphael and Byron Katie is here you tell your story and then you take away all the myths that reward you for being a victim. And instead you go back to your truth and your divinity. And so instead of everyone going, oh, poor thing, she can stop saying, oh, poor me, and find that beauty and that truth all for yourself without the rewards of the drama. And that's where the real courage lies, not the rewards for being the victim. Thanks.
Yeah. My son came, one of my sons came to me not long ago, and he said, Mom, he said, let's see, who's the one? Jerry Springer, where they fight. He says, Mom, you're like the Jerry Springer show with a solution. So let's play with the little cards. Does everyone have the little card? Okay, who is new to this work? Okay, you're new to the work? Okay, and you're new to the work. Okay, so in fact, Karen, if you'll stand up, my son should be happy. Was that it? Okay, so stand up. And sweetheart, can we give Karen a card here? Would someone hand her a card? Thank you, Kath. Okay, so everyone turn it around to the investigation, to the 4 questions. So you do your should, and Karen, no matter what she says, just ask her the next question.
Okay.
Okay? And read it all the way through. After each answer, move to the next. And watch how you may want to manipulate her answer to meet your morality.
Okay.
And just notice it. Okay, so let's hear your should.
Okay, my son should be more happy.
Is it true?
Well, isn't happy better than sad?
Okay, you move from investigation. It's a yes, no, or I don't know.
Okay.
So again, you should.
Yes.
Can you really know that it's true?
Yes.
How do you react when you think that thought?
I react with trying to help.
Make a list.
Okay, so let her make the list. You try to help, and then what?
And I'd say more things. I'm judgmental.
And how does that feel? Oh, how does it feel?
Not good.
Can you see a reason to drop it? The thought?
That he should be happy? Yes.
And do I say that? And please don't try to drop it? And please don't try to drop it.
That's our sacred thing. Our son should be happy. Everyone knows that. Even though it's hell, my son should be happy.
So can you find one reason that is not stressful to keep it?
No. Okay.
And the next one?
Who would you be without it? The thought.
I'd be free, and I'd be able to set him free to be able who he needs to be.
And turn that thought around. Replace it with your name.
I would be free.
No. My son should be happy.
Oh, I should be happy. Okay.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah. So, when you think you have a problem, it could be anywhere in any city, in a grocery store, on the street, in your car, but you just pull it out of your pocket or your purse and find a perfect stranger. Hand them your card and say, no matter what I say, would you just read this card to me? I've got a problem, I think. Okay?